will give us a handle which can take us into future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
We now begin the conference by seeking the blessings of the Almighty through a prayer song by Gayatri. I request everybody to kindly rise for the same.
Jaya Jaya He Bhagavati Surabharati Tava Charano Pranamah Nad Brahmamai Jaya Vageshwari Nad Brahmamai Jaya Vageshwari Sharanam Te Gacchamaha Jaya Jaya He Bhagavati Surabharati Tava Charano Pranamah Tamasi Saranya Tribhuvan Dhanya Tamasi Saranya Tribhuvan Dhanya Surmuni Mandita Charana Navarasa Madhura Kavita Mukhara Navarasa Madhura Kavita Mukhara Mita Ruchi Ruchira Varna Jaya Jaya He Bhagavati Surabharati Tava Charano Pranamah Nad Brahmamai Jaya Vageshwari Nad Brahmamai Jaya Vageshwari Sharanam Te Gacchamaha.
To light the lamp and other guests to join him for the same.
Professionals, my dear students, I have great pleasure in presenting the conference highlights on behalf of the program committee. I recall about 6 months back I called my colleague Shaheen. I said, you are into QT and computers and now into business management. Why don't you look at this topic? I just shared my thought, beyond which I didn't do much, and she did wonderful job and taking it forward. And I have seen last 1 week she has been working day and night along with her team of members. And today the event has become a reality. That's why we always say conference and seminars is a festival of ideas. A lot of idea generation will take place in these 2 days and we can take it forward. The Institute of Public Enterprise has been successfully organizing conferences on various topics of current interest from time to time. Based on the success of the previous ones, we are now conducting this event in the area of business analytics and business intelligence. BA and BI has become the mantra of the new millennium and everyone talks about analytics and so on. Several people, both industry, government and elsewhere, are curious to know what this BA and BI and what benefits these buzzwords can offer. A lot of hype has been created about technology-driven solutions, E-era, and its impact on the society. To bring clarity and dispel doubts, we thought of this conference. It will provide a platform and a forum where a number of senior professionals could come together and share their rich experience about the concept, use, and utility. The BA and BI, no more a dream, it has become a reality with the availability of high-end computing facilities. Today we are flooded with information from various sources, be it print media, electronic media, and internet, and so on. But the problem is retrieval of the information at the right time and put to right use, and can we get the information at the right granularity. It's not information, transformation is more important than information. There are a number of success stories where amaze people about the use of BA and BI. The technology has arrived to a warm welcome to make these dreams a reality. To put it simply, business analytics and business intelligence have become a reality. A number of organizations are looking forward to utilizing the Millennium Mantra to expand their business beyond the geographical boundaries and launch new products and services by analyzing the long chunks of data which organizations possess. Today, the driving forces to talk about analytics are demand-driven, market-driven, and technology-driven. To provide a forum for such people to meet on a common platform, the Institute has thought about organizing this event so that we all can come together, we all can think together, work together, and walk together. The main objective of the conference is to consolidate experiences in the area of analytics and to enable practitioners and R&D professionals and the academicians to discuss, exchange views in various issues related to these two mantras of BA and BI. One of the key benefits is not only to enable automation and support, but to actually capture and retain the data and information and put to effective utilization of the enterprises. Some of the people erroneously view BA and BI as more computation activity. We are hopeful that this conference will remove such a misconception and clarify the position, the reality of this mantra. The technical program of this conference will address various issues related to analytics through invited talks by eminent people from the industry and academia who have experience both in theoretical and practical issues. The conference includes technical sessions on data mining and decision making, business analytics and business intelligence, analytics in financial services, analytics in management, and so on. This afternoon we have plenary session in which 3 experts from industry would share their experiences. The day 2 starts with an invited talk followed by technical sessions and end with the panel discussions. Experts from the industry and academic institutions will deliver the lectures and share their rich experience. In fact, when we sent out the call for papers, there was an overwhelming response to call for papers. It was really a tough time to screen and prepare a short list of this. I know a number of people have been talking to us and asking for their papers because time constraints we could not accommodate some of those papers, which are really good. In addition to the invited talks, we also have contributed papers. We also have tomorrow panel discussion on BA and BI, opportunities and challenges has been planned. The panelists are Mr. Hariprasad Devarpalli from TCS, Mr. K. Vishnu Shastri from Infosys, and Mr. Srinivas. The technical sessions we believe are in tune with the state-of-art business scenario, and we do hope that the delegates would benefit immensely from the technical deliberations of the conference. We look forward to your feedback, suggestions, and constructive criticism so that we can better serve our customers, that is, our distinguished delegates. A rich menu has been planned to give you food for thought. We would like to thank the program committee for sparing their valuable time and guiding us from time to time in making this conference a reality. Thank you, one and all.
Now we request our guest of honor, Sri Velluri, to kindly release the souvenir with abstracts. Very soon, conference proceedings will be released. Thank you.
I now request our chief guest, Sri Surya Puchala, to kindly deliver the inaugural address.
First of all, let me thank IT, Professor Sai Kumar, Professor Mishra, and Shaheen for inviting me before. It's like going back, way back into my student days. And I have this great honor of coming here and sharing a few thoughts that I have. What I had was a very, very big agenda. More than the big agenda, I want to talk about the recent phenomenon, or rather hype, called big data. So I've been, I'm by no stretch of imagination that I am an expert in this area of big data analytics, but I've been reading through a lot of information about, in the last 2 years, about big data. In 2009, I was thinking about what are the new areas, new trends that are happening in area of analytics, and the cloud has caught my attention. So we conducted a program in the auspices of TDW India chapter. We conducted something called Business Intelligence on the Cloud. prior to the cloud phenomenon that happened, I was very skeptical about how a cloud could work, right? Putting your information on the internet, how could that work? That was the first, skepticism I had. After years and years, about a couple of years of my experience with the cloud and big data, I came to the realization that it is indeed reality, and anything that you don't embrace well in advance will actually put you at competitive disadvantage. So what I would like to talk about today is big data is a very big area. It's an eclectic mix of domain knowledge, technical knowledge, technologies, and verticals. Right? Different verticals behave. They imbibe, they ingest information differently. And this field is rapidly evolving. Right now, there are certain open source technologies that are aiding the analysis of big data that we have. One of the phenomena that we find is we have a lot of information surrounding us. A lot of it is user generated, that is, people are generating a lot of information. And then there is also a lot of information generated by the machines that we use day in, day out. So how do we make sense out of it all is the question. When we see in our human endeavor in the last 2,000, 3,000 years, till 2003, the interesting statistic says we have generated about 23 exabytes, including all the information that is contained in the US Library of Congress, right? And then from 2003 to 2010, we have generated almost 10 times of that information. So, people might think about, hey, what are some of the enablers for doing this? What is the value of all this information that is lying out there? So, if we are looking for some nuggets of information or insight, so to say, how do we go about, analyzing all this information that is out there? So, you might see the data that is presented there. By 2020, we are going to generate about 35 zettabytes, okay? And I am getting in grips with what all this data, the volume of this data is. Yeah. Traditionally, when I started my career about 20 years ago, we were talking data in terms of kilobytes. The first computer machine that I've used is about 256K random access memory. As we increase our processing power, RAM or memory, our storage space, our content generation, the variety of information that we are generating, we have to find out typical methods where we analyze this information for our own benefit. So what some of the thought leaders have done is, hey, we need to give a framework for characterizing this volume of data that is coming in. Obviously, volume of data is one aspect. And then we are also generating data in multitude of ways. That's what we call variety. And when we see the history of data that is getting generated, there is also accelerated pace of data. That is either machine generated, user content driven data. So there are three aspects to this data. And then all this is summarized as big data, right? So we are increasing our digital universe. We are living in a very seminal moment at this time of human evolution. That means we are living in a ultra transparent world, our digital footprint, which I'm going to talk in the next slide, is getting more and more. We are leaving a lot of traces behind. For example, to just give you an example, how much do other people know about Surya Kuchala? And versus, how much do you know about any historical figure? People would say, the future generations would say, I know a lot more about Surya than Jesus Christ. Because we don't know what his habits are, right? We don't know what his preferences are. But the future generations would know a lot about my friends, my family, my photographs. Everything is out there. So that is really unbelievable. That means we are creating ourselves a very paradoxical view as to how the information that can be used. Right? Number one, we are letting the world know what our preferences are. Number two, we are also letting ourselves in for a lot of privacy issues. So this is what we call a digital shadow, right? We are leaving a strong footprint of ourselves in the world through you name it, Facebook and mobile phones, texting, the blogs, you name it, we are doing it all, Twittering, all that. See, all this is creating a lot of information. But what is the benefit of it? So when in multiple ways of channels, we are creating information. Earlier, we had a very fixed way of generating information. The computers were used, the operations were automated, and data is generated. We had a stable ER model wherein the transactions were getting recorded. The first thing is automate the operations, and the second thing is we used to clean the reports of the web and then make operational decisions, right? And then the second challenge is facing us now. That is the enormous amount of data that is generated either through either user generated or machine generated, and there are a lot of varieties of data that is getting generated. So as we stand now, the Pareto's law, which says 80-20, 20% of the information that we have, the growth is getting generated from the transactional systems. 80% of the unstructured data is getting generated from the rest of the data, what we call big data. Contrary to the data generation, the value that is generated from the unstructured world, as we see it now, is 20%. The value that is generated from the structured data, which is 20%, is 80%. It's the Pareto's law in reverse. So, now it gives us a very interesting problem as to how we are going to integrate this